SIMILAN was rescued on the 6th of July, 2026. We believe he is around 11 or 12 years old, possibly older. Nobody needed a scan to see that something was badly wrong. It's in his mouth, at the front of his upper gum, and it's the kind of wound that affects every single day of an animal's life. Because whatever else a dog can avoid, he cannot avoid eating. The wound itself is unusual. The tissue at the front of his upper gum has been badly damaged and torn away, leaving the structures behind it exposed. We're not going to dwell on what it looks like. What matters is what the tests found. SIMILAN has been diagnosed with a mast cell tumor. The tumor needs to be surgically removed. The difficult question is whether that is even possible. Its location is complicated. The area is already badly damaged, and removing it safely may require taking more tissue than his body can comfortably spare. Our veterinary team is now assessing the scans, the margins, and SIMILAN himself before deciding what surgery can realistically achieve. Here is why an injury like this can go unnoticed for a long time. Mouths are one of the most underdiagnosed sources of pain in dogs. Not because they are difficult to examine, but because nobody looks. You can walk past a dog every day for a year and never once see the inside of his mouth. He will not show you. A dog with a painful mouth does not always stop eating. They adjust. He takes food differently, more slowly, and finishes anyway because the alternative is starving. So from the outside, it can look like nothing at all. A bit slow. He's old. People may have looked at SIMILAN and thought he was managing. He was, until managing was no longer enough. And he is not a young dog facing a simple operation. His blood work at the Man That Rescues Dogs shows that he's anemic, and he's an older dog with a tumor in a difficult place, which means the decision cannot be reduced to whether surgery is technically possible on paper. The team has to consider whether the tumor can be removed with adequate margins, whether the wound can be closed afterward, how safely he can undergo anesthesia, and what his recovery would ask him. For an older animal, there is less reserve to heal with. The dog who is already struggling to eat comfortably is also the last dog who can afford to lose weight. So the order of the work matters. Control the pain, treat infection, support the anemia, stage the cancer, then decide whether surgery offers him a meaningful chance of comfort rather than simply another difficult thing to survive. Everybody who works with him uses the same word about SIMILAN: gentle. Not gentle now that he is safe. Gentle on day one. In pain, surrounded by strangers, going somewhere he cannot possibly understand, with an injury, in the one place nobody can examine without hurting him. He let us look. He let us help. 11 or 12 years old, outdoors with nobody looking after him, and he still met the first hands that helped him with something close to trust. He will not be a young dog again. That was never on the table. What is on the table is a careful decision about what can be removed, what can be healed, and how to give him the most comfortable life possible. There are thousands of dogs in this province attempting right now what SIMILAN managed, and most will not manage 11 years. They're not out here because people are cruel. One unsterilized female can have 2 litters a year, and her daughters can start before their own first birthday. 10 years ago, the government's own livestock department went public to say the existing approach was not working. On their figures, several 100,000 strays nationally, about half of them feeding. Everything else in this story is a response to something that had already gone wrong. The rescue, the pain relief, the blood work, the biopsy, the cancer diagnosis. All of it arrives after the problem has already taken hold. There's only one part of this work that arrives early. In our clinic so far, 4,361 sterilizations have taken place. That is the quietest number we have, and by far the most powerful. Every other figure a rescue can give you describes the response. This one describes a prevention, litters that never happened, and a future nobody will ever film. You cannot make a video about a dog who does not exist. There's only a road with fewer starving animals on it than there would have otherwise been. There is nothing to be done about the years SIMILAN spent out there. They happened. What is left is everything after them, and that part is real, ongoing, and paid for 1 month at a time. The blood work, the staging, treating infection and pain, deciding whether the mast cell tumor can be surgically removed, whether his body can recover the blood removal would require. We want to operate if surgery can genuinely help him. You also have to be honest enough not to force an operation simply because doing something feels easier than waiting for the right answer. For now, the team is gathering the information needed to make that decision carefully. In the meantime, SIMILAN is being supported with the things that matter today: comfort, food he can manage, treatment for the wound, and people paying attention to every small change. If that is something you would like to be a part of, it is available, and there will be no pressure applied here. Do it because careful treatment matters, even before there is a neat ending, and because sometimes the most responsible thing a rescue can offer is not certainty, it is attention. He never asked anybody for help. He did not cry or make himself a problem to him. He carried it around in his mouth. Dogs who need it most are almost never the ones making news. They're the ones who want